After 20 years, Firefighter breaks silence on Princess Diana's sad last words. The firefighter, who was first at the scene of the Princess Diana car crash, is breaking his silence after 20 years. Xavier Gourmelin was one of the first responders at the scene, and he was the one who helped free her from the mangled car. He remembers looking into the car and seeing the blonde hair, and what happened next is something that he has kept to himself until now. Xavier Gourmelin was a guest on Good Morning Britain on Thursday and confirmed the princess was still alive when he first saw her in the car. According to Gourmelin, Diana was conscious and had her eyes open when he pulled her out of the wrecked Mercedes. She was moving very slightly and I could see she was alive, he revealed. I could see she had a slight injury to her right shoulder, but other than that, there was nothing significant. There was no blood on her at all, he added. Nobody recognized her, he recalled. As I approached, there was a blonde person sitting on the floor. She regained consciousness and looked at me and said, "Oh my God, what's happened?" A bit agitated, I tried to calm her down and tell her we'd look after her, and she fell into a coma again. Gourmelin claimed those were Diana's last words. Princess Diana's last words have been revealed by the firefighter who tried to save her life.
There was a blonde person who was sitting on the floor. She regained consciousness and looked at me and said, "Oh my God, what's happened?"
Voilà, oh my God, what's happened? Donc, pour l'allonger,
we took her out of the car, put her on a stretcher. At that moment, the doctor said she was in cardiac arrest, so we gave her CPR, and after 20 seconds, she regained consciousness.
Précaution.
When I arrived, there was no one around the car.
C'était le vide complet autour de la voiture.
Fox News reports, while many have long believed it was the paparazzi chasing Diana's speeding car that caused the accident, Gourmelin said there was reportedly no one at the crash site. After Gourmelin and others lifted her from the back seat and onto a stretcher, she suffered cardiac arrest. I massaged her heart, and a few seconds later she was breathing again, he said. It was a relief, of course, because as a first responder, you want to save lives, and that's what I thought I had done, to be honest. I thought she would live. As far as I knew, when she was in the ambulance, she was alive, and I expected her to live, but I found out later she had died in the hospital. It was very upsetting, he recalled. The now retired firefighter said that at the time he didn't realize that the woman he'd pulled from the wreckage was Princess Diana. He said one of the paramedics told him after she had already been loaded in the ambulance, reports Rolling Stone, which adds that Gourmelin said, "I was so shocked. I knew who she was but didn't follow British royalty closely. I went to the ambulance and looked in, and that's when I recognized her." Gourmelin also recalled how Diana's bodyguard, Trevor Rees-Jones, kept trying to reach the princess from the front seat of the car, though he was also injured. He kept asking for the princess, saying, "Where is she? Where is she?" he said. But my team told him to keep calm and not to speak. I told him that none of my men spoke English, so it was better for him to keep still and not move. I told him not to worry. We were looking for everyone. Gourmelin says he kept silent out of respect for Diana's children, who were still so young when she died. Princess Diana became a world-class icon and one of the most famous faces in modern history. Her marital problems with Prince Charles were widely known, and she herself admitted. There were 3 in this marriage, referring to Camilla Parker Bowles, who would later marry Charles. Her story has captivated so many with TV, movies, and films made about her life. She died at the age of 36 and was dubbed the People's Princess, even though after her divorce she had lost the right to be officially called Her Royal Highness. Her story ended tragically and way too soon. And as you know, the Queen had a hand in all of this. There's no doubt about that. I mean, the Queen owns everything. There you have it. They weren't going to let her gallivant with the boyfriend back in the day when she was dating him. No, that wasn't going to. So there you have it. And they didn't say if the bodyguard survived also. If anybody knows, let me know. Because, you know, I really didn't follow this back then because I was younger. But this is a very interesting story. Very interesting, very tragic. She was a lovely person. Anyway, thank you so much for watching.